Hey guys, this is the CS6 Trains 1 and I'm here today to show you guys how to make trees for your N scale or Z scale train sets. These are maple trees, oak trees, and stuff like that. I also make fruit trees, as you can see right here. I have two different kinds of fruit trees. There's green apples on this one and red apples on this one. There's two different shades I use, the light green on this side and the dark green on this side. You can purchase that kind of material at your hobby towns or any train store. Really inexpensive. It's about $3 and you get a pretty good sized butter dish full. I just use Cool Whip dishes because they're easy and everybody uses them, or some kind of dish you can get. You're also going to need some wire. This is just black jacket wire. It's got the copper strands in the center. It's 14 gauge. This is a 100-foot roll, so you probably don't need that much for a train set, but I'm making 2 or 3 train sets, so you're also going to need that. You're also going to need to buy some spray glue. My favorite one is Super 77. It's a 3M glue, so it's a really strong stuff. But this is about $10 to $12 a can, depending on where you buy it. It is a little pricey, but you can make a good 200-300 trees with one can. So, and that's about most people need for their train set. So, it's really do one good train set. You're also going to need wire snippers, needle nose. Just regular needle nose works fine. And some just regular cutters, flat tip. I got the cutters also in them, just because the cutters work. You're also going to want to buy a drill. You don't have to have a fancy one. This is just a Bosch. The lower the volts, the better. That's a 12 volt. You could go lower. You're also going to probably want to purchase from a Michaels or some kind of styro like that. Is a knife kit. This is a razor blade kit. These are about like 27 bucks. It comes with the 3 knives. Of course, my third one's not in right now because I use that one a lot. And all different blades. So they're really inexpensive. There's 2 different kits you can buy. I bought this one. You should also buy another one. You're also going to want a container of water because you are going to be using a blowtorch. I just took a soda bottle, cut it in half. Works great. And as I just said, a blowtorch. You can buy these at local hardware store. Kids, definitely have your mom and dad buy it for you because you have to be over 18 to buy them. Also, it's like 3D paint. Works really good for making apples. I got yellow, red, green, and orange. So, I'm going to show you how to make these trees now. So, let me just move some of my excess stuff off the way. You don't need this for a little bit. So, I'll set these aside. Alright. Oh, you also may need a regular cigarette lighter for some stuff. If you don't have a blowtorch, you can always use that. Just a little slower. Alright, so you're just going to take your wire. I usually use about a 3-inch section, 3 to 4-inch section, so that long's perfect. This is where you're going to want your wire cutters because they're sharp enough to cut through this. Then you won't need this anymore, so you can set that aside. Then you're going to take your needle nose, grab the one end of the wire like that. Grab your blowtorch, and you're just going to heat the wire jacket up. So, 10 seconds is good. You don't want to heat it too long because it'll start melting it. You don't want that because then it really smells. You're going to take your knife kit now that you've purchased. I'm going to use the big one just because it's a little quicker than the small blade. Zip down this. And open it up. Of course, this one is not opening as easy. The longer you heat it up, as long as you keep it as long as you keep the torch moving and don't hold it in one spot, it will cut easier. The only thing is sometimes you'll heat it up too much that the wires inside will get hot, or you'll melt the jacket and catch it on fire. That's why I definitely recommend having the water right alongside you, just because stuff like that does happen. And you don't want to set it down on a table or something with it burning because you could burn your table up or even your house if you let it go for too long. So now that you have this split, you're going to start pulling the wire out. Really simple to do. So just pull it out up. I usually leave the end solid. Straighten your wire up. Snip off the excess. Leave a little on each side so you got like a T. Throw the excess in a trash can. Then you're going to grab up about 2 inches of your wire and twist it. This is forming your stem on the bottom. then you're going to start pulling the strands apart. Take one strand, wrap it around right where your stem stops. You're just going to twist that. Alright, now you can see we have the stem, which is this round part, and then up here is where we just did the braid. I'm not going to zoom in too much because it gets fuzzy. Then you're going to want to pull each individual strand apart. You're going to want 2 strands in each pile, so separate it out so you have 2 strands in each pile. Just to save on time, I have one that is already done. So you're going to separate it out like this. Insert it into the drill. Now you're going to want to make sure you get both pieces of the wire in. It depends on how many strands are in your wire. You're going to want 2 to 3 in each bundle because you're going to want to wrap them so they stay tight for when you grass them. So then you're just going to wind it up. Now it's braided. You're going to have to do this for all of them. So you're going to need one for this one, this, and this. To save on time, I have one of these already complete. After you're done with that, you're also going to want to snip off the black part. I already did that too to save on time. So then you're kind of left with this once you separate it all out. That's your top of your tray, and then you have your stem. So then what we're going to go from there is we'll close up all your tools that you used so far. Take your Super 77 or whatever kind of spray glue you used. Definitely make sure it's a pretty strong spray glue because it works the best. This is one of the strongest out there, but it is one of the most expensive out there too. So this also, this is usually you can sometimes get this at like a craft store because of picture frames they use it for. So that's where I got this. It's just at my hardware store actually, but a little expensive. Spray the top of it with that so it's coated. Now you can see the glue is on it. Pick your color, dark or light. I'm going to do a dark tree for this one. Now this stuff here, you're going to say, well, you don't get too much, it won't make too many trees. A little bunch like this will make probably 2 trees. Because you got to pull it and spread it apart. So I usually keep my butter bowl lid right here to do this, but just to save on time, I'm not going to get one. So you're just going to kind of pull it apart so you get some nice little bunches. Also guys, for these kind of trees you can use hairspray because that is also very sticky and that would work good too if you didn't want to buy spray glue. Hairspray doesn't work as good for this kind of tree. It works really good for making the pine trees, but not this kind. So you're going to kind of just wedge it in and you'll see as it gets in there. Now it's starting to get formed pretty good, so just make sure you fill up every spot that you want. You're gonna have some of the metal sticking out, but that always can get cut back, which you'll see in about 1 minute. I'll cut it back. Alright, now that you have the green part of your tree done, take your wires that are sticking out and kind of push them up just a smidge. That'll lock everything in. Take your wire cutters and snip back to where the tree is being bent, or where the green is bent. This only takes about a sec, so I'll do this whole tree. Alright, so now you can see the top of your tree's done, the stem's done. If you don't want your stem that long, just snip it off. I usually just keep it long to start out. And there you go. That's one of your trees. It's right there. Done. Some people also can put like a hairspray coat on the outside just to make them hard. I don't. Then you can also take your tree and just a regular small tree, poke it at the end. I use foam sheets to hold them. It works the best. Lock your cutters up after you're done. Don't want to cut yourself. Then we'll pull the foam sheet in here. And I'll show you how to add the BBs on now. For this tree, I'm gonna do orange. So this would be like an orange tree down like Florida or somewhere where they grow oranges. These are really cheap. They're small. You can get them at like your Michaels for like $1, like 19. They're really cheap. Just take and do a little pinch and all the way around the tree. Cover it fairly nice because oranges don't grow just on the bottom or just on the top. They are completely all the way around, just like the apples. So as you can see, this tree is getting pretty covered now with little orange dots. So if you did like a fruit trees or something out in nature, you have fruit. Or if you did like a little farm, you could have a farmer having fruit trees. You don't want to make the dots too big. Some of mine are a little big, but that's because I'm doing it quick. So once you get your tree completely covered, just cap your thing back up so it don't like leak out. And there you go. You have your little orange tree now completely done. So yeah guys, it's pretty simple as you can see to make. They don't really take any time at all. Very quick and easy project. Even if you have kids, I definitely recommend letting them do this. Or if you don't want to let them do the whole thing, just let them put the little BBs on the tree, because it don't take that long at all. So as you can see, there's multiple color trees you can make. I have red, the green, and the orange, and then just my shaded trees. So yeah guys, if you like this video, leave some comments, subscribe if you want. Also check out my other video on how to make other trees. Or just check out my train set videos or my trains out in real life. Also check out my website. I'll put the link down below.